Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Legend. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. All right, taking a closer look at the front of the package here. This is the first Obi-Wan that we've gotten, or one of the first Black Series we've gotten in the new plastic packaging. You see everything he comes with. We know that the figure hasn't been swapped out. Some beautiful artwork on the side. Man, that is gorgeous. And, no size of the figure on the side, so because of the plastic. And then here on the back, it says, Obi-Wan Jedi Legend. Emerging from his darkest days, stronger and more hopeful than ever, Obi-Wan Kenobi looks forward to the future and fulfilling his obligation to steward the Skywalker legacy. So let's get this guy opened up, take a closer look at everything he comes with. All right, starting off with his accessories, he does come, of course, with his standard lightsaber. The blade is removable. Some weird paint here. I need to go back and look in the show to see if the tip of this was still black during this time. But there's some nice bright colored paint apps on the hilt there, looking really nice. He does come with a set of goggles, which are really cool. I like that they're translucent red. You can see that you can see through them. So when you do put them on his face, you can see his eyes through there. I think these may work better on the other blue version of Obi-Wan, but hey, I'm glad we got him. He does come with that model toy T-16 Skyhopper that we see him give to young Luke and that Luke has in A New Hope. There's some nice paint apps and articulation. The base moves and it is removable from that little base if you just want to have it. And look at the little painted detail on there is just insane. Now here is Obi-Wan himself, and boy, I'm noticing I've got some paint smudge. Boy, I hope that really comes off, because that would be... Okay, great. Yeah, that just scrapes right off. Perfect. Man, this is a really good Obi-Wan Kenobi head sculpt. I am loving it. I see Ewan McGregor in there through and through, and I dig it. This is a really great Obi-Wan head sculpt. I love the cloak that he comes with. I love how it's stitched so it folds over his head properly and just looks really good. It sits nice without a wire. You can see that it goes all the way around, and it is sleeveless just like it was in the show. It even has a tiny little pocket here on the front, which is functional. That's really cool. I never noticed that. I think this is the only version that actually comes with a little pocket. And I love the wraps on the boots. The boots look really nice. And then we do have his pouches there on his belt. You can see that little pouch on the side and a little clip for where we can put his lightsaber on his belt. Let's check that out and see what that looks like. And it just get the cloak out of the way and just plugs right in and looks mighty nice hanging on his belt. Obi-Wan Kenobi is a little trivia here, is my favorite Star Wars character in all of Star Wars. So I'm partial to the show, the character, and his figures. Let's get the cloak off so we can take a closer look at his robes. And man, this is really nicely sculpted and just looks great. I dig the gloves. The folds on the sleeves look really nice. I love the belt. As far as articulation goes, he can look all the way up and down. Looks really good. He can rotate side to side. The arms are a little stiff. These arms are really, really stiff, but they can only go out and hit the T-pose about that far right there, so not all the way. This is a rubbery part, but does kind of get out of the way a little bit. I'm having a really hard time to get it to go all the way around if you want it to do so. The arms do have a 90-degree bend and swivel right there at the elbow. We do have the hinge and swivel here at the wrist. What are we working with here? Looks like a vertical hinge on his left wrist. Which is always nice for lightsaber wielding characters. It's really hard to see in there with the sleeves the way they are. And then, sorry, I'm way off camera with this one, but yeah, we have horizontal or vertical hinges on the right wrist as well. He swivels at the waist, and he can lean forward and back about that far. There is a split right here, but the legs is only going to go forward about that far right there, which is not bad. Go all the way out to the side, can only go back about that far. We do have the upper thigh cut right there, so that's really nice. I'm glad they included that. We do have man, these legs are really tight. Not quite 90-degree bend at the knee. We do have a swivel at the knee as well. No upper boot cut because of that's basically the same articulation point. And then we have a hinge and a forward-facing pin down at the foot. So let's get this guy standing up next to some other Obi-Wans that have been released so far and take a closer look at how he stacks up against them. All right, let's bring in some other Obi-Wans that we have released here. We do have the Obi-Wan from Tibidon Station, and then we do have the Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Wandering Jedi version. And while I do dig that blue version with the cloak and the backpack, I really like this more Jedi robed version of Obi-Wan. And I do have this custom Vader that I put together. I bought the head off of eBay and painted it up myself for that duel's end look before we take a look at the official Black Series version, so you can see how he stacks up next to a Vader. So let's get this guy into some backgrounds and into some lighting and see how he poses up. Like I said before, a little bit of trivia: Obi-Wan Kenobi is my favorite character in all of Star Wars. I particularly respond to his, Revenge of the Sith and this Jedi, this Obi-Wan series, the older, a little bit wiser, in isolation Obi-Wan. To me, he is the epitome of the Star Wars Jedi Order. He is a perfect Jedi and a perfect character. I love everything that he's gone through. I love his story, and I love these Obi-Wan figures. They just look insane, and I really do hope that we get another season of Obi-Wan. I really hope that happens. This is a really good figure. I love all the parts usage. I love the accessories he comes with, and of course the robe and the lightsaber. He looks great. He poses nicely and looks great on your shelf. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.